We are in the final stretch of my summer of wrestling as we continue to cover the G1 Climax and are now gone through 11 days of the best professional wrestling you are going to see all year. Hello everybody. Now I'm just a simple man and my name is Noah Foster and welcome once again to another Simple Take. We'll be looking at the previous night of G1 Climax action as well as bringing in simple predictions on next night's action. Our previous night marked day 11 of the G1 Climax, and it was Block A action. And here were pinnacle moments again, but these matches truly were deciders of who has a chance of winning and who was eliminated, or could be eliminated. And we did get some eliminations, so let's get right into that. But before I do, let me just cover this quick thought. Thank you to my good friend and partner in 205 Life Matters and now Independent Wrestling, Chris Mace, for the constant notes, updates, and statistics on everyone's current standings in TeamIndyDQ's G1 Climax predictions bracket game. And for those of you who don't know, we're doing our own game where we have figured out our own brackets from the very get-go, predicting the entire thing, including winners and all. Most of our stuff's been eliminated at this point, so it's just fun at this point for some of us. It looks like though everyone's got pretty good percentages, as I see Holiday in the lead with 30 out of 55, 57%. Good brother Chris looks like he got 54% with 30 out of the 55. Oh, excuse me, Chris Mace is 31. Apologies, I can't kind of read your handwriting in this image. Looks like I'm dead middle, 53% with 25 of the 55. And no, wait, that's not right. Oh, 28 of the 55. Okay, and then 28 of the 55 also for Chris Cass. I hope you're doing well, sir. And it looks like Cindy G also slightly behind, 26, I think. I'm gonna have to double check these two. Looks like she's got about half the round with 51%. And yeah, so let's get right into it. Then we'll talk about basically the points and who's eliminated. So G1 Climax action, day 11 marked Block A action. Our opening match was Bad Luck Fale vs Kota Ibushi. It had everything you expected from Bullet Club with the antics of Jado and that freaking kendo stick that Kevin Kelly hates, as well as of course Chase Owens. And they pulled everything out here, basically. Fale dominated Ibushi with a number of splashes, trying to crush his back. And then bear hug, but Ibushi got him in the end with, of course, shout out to Shinsuke Nakamura with the Bumbaye, followed by a Kamagoye for the win. Which not only means Kota Ibushi is still alive, but this also means Bad Luck Fale is now unable to win this thing. He cannot get enough points to even come close. But that's a dangerous thing now, because you thought he already was rogue. Now he's just going to do whatever he can to destroy everybody else's hopes and dreams. Good luck, Kota. I stand by you. Moving on from there was probably my favorite match of the night. Two of the best British wrestlers in the world. It was Will Ospreay versus Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. desperately needed a win to avoid elimination, but Will Ospreay, he also was in desperate need of a win. Unfortunately, the win didn't matter here, as we're going to get to later. But this was an incredible back and forth match. Will Ospreay trying to pull out all his high octane aerial offense, but it just wasn't enough to beat Zack Sabre Jr., who caught him off an attempted Os cutter into an insane octopus transition in the middle of the ring that just forced Ospreay to tap out. This match though was incredible, back and forth, both men landing moves, countering each other. Zack Sabre Jr. putting out a submission almost for everything Ospreay could throw at him. Hook kick, counter combination. It was a beautiful technical showcase. This was British wrestling at its finest. And I'm sure these two will want to do it again. Sounds like Zack Sabre Jr. wants to do this again. Maybe Royal Quest? We'll see. But the bottom line is this. Hey, both men, they're just going to march in now so you can get the most points probably at this point. And Zack Sabre Jr. finally had a reason to smile. And of course, the key factor here was Zack Sabre Jr. kept working on Will Ospreay's neck, which I knew had to come into play. But this was an amazing back and forth match. So if you do get a chance to watch anything from this night, watch this match. Moving on from there, we get quite an aggressive match in nature between Lance Archer and Kazuchika Okada. Kazuchika Okada, simple as that. He won. He still remains perfect streak. He still remains the streak of his G1 match of the world between these two. I believe it now brings up to 13. But Lance Archer, once again, thoroughly impressive. He brought the offense to Okada, taking him out of the ring. I think at one point he made a child cry, and the mom was like, Rocky Romero terrified, because of course Kazuchika Okada is Rocky Romero's best friend. And it was just a battle of lariats and arms, and one Rainmaker later, Okada, of course, won in the process. Which means Okada's not only block leader, he eliminated over half of the A block, which we're going to get to shortly. But again, Lance Archer, incredibly agile, walking the ropes like Infinitesimal, but a freaking moonsault from the rope? Not the corner, the ropes? Are you kidding me? That's insane! This man truly is something special. It's going to leave a mark of devastation to remember. As he continues to go forward now and just calls, as he no longer says, just going to show, everybody dies, because now Lance Archer is unable to win the A block. But again, this was a match Okada's going to be feeling for a while. This was not so much an easy win as it was a survival to win. That massive chokeslam and blackout I thought for sure could have did the trick. I was wrong. Moving on from there, we go into our next match, which was very interesting. Kenta versus Sanada. Kenta with only one loss up to this point. Sanada, Kazuchika Okada's rival. Shocked to think about how many points he has. But he also believes, okay, now you can focus more on our match, because next up in the next A-Block action, it is Sanada versus Okada. That's going to be interesting, as Okada calls Sanada his rival. But this match was very back and forth, as you would expect. Sanada, of course, being played to as the popular favorite. Both men jockeying for a look-alike crowd appeal. Kenta, of course, wants respect. He needs to earn the crowd's admiration, even though I feel they do respect him. But unfortunately, Kenta fell, of course, to Skull End, which finally gave Sanada some building momentum and gave him the win. As Kenta tried to pull out, of course, his GTS, which he couldn't put on, and even tried for Game Over. But it just wasn't enough. But again, this was a very back-and-forth match. Surprised no Paradise Lock was involved in this. PKs, kicks, a fierce level of brutality. Sanada finally getting a win, though. Good for him. I feel like he truly needed it. I can't believe his score so far in this G1. So, moving on from there, let's go into... It was a rolling body press that Sanada won with. He not only put in Cold Skull to the point that Kenta was practically asleep, he finished him off with a pinning combination after a rolling body press. Beautiful execution. Anyway, moving on from there, we go to our main event of the night. Evil versus the ace of New Japan, Hiroshi Tanahashi. A man with more pride than I think his body truly wishes that he had. This match was everything I thought it was going to be. Back and forth, brutal, both men proving a point, and the longest match of the night, going to the 20-minute mark and over. The ace put it out again. He won not only with one high-five flow, showing how far he's willing to go to win this thing, but two high-five flows in the end. That gave him the victory, as he gave the crowd, of course, something to go home by with not one, not two, but three air guitar performances only like the ace can deliver. This was a very competitive back-and-forth match. We had twists and shouts. We had a high-five flow that crashed and burned at first into Evil's raised knees. And as soon as you thought he was going to put on everything as Evil, the ace of New Japan, he countered. I can only imagine how his knees are holding up, though, because at one point I thought he truly did take his knees out and probably blew him out. But apparently they held up and he did win in the end. But watch Tanahashi's knees. That's all I have to say. I'm worried about them, but he says he's going to repeat what he did last year. Can he do it? We shall see. I'm not fully sure at this point, but I am glad that he's victorious. So with that, let's go to our current standings now of the A block. The A block now stands at this. Hiroshi Tanahashi with 8, still alive. Kota Ibushi with 8, still alive. The leader of the block, undefeated, Kazuchika Okada with 12. Best runner to win this block, Will Ospreay, eliminated. He got 4 points. Evil, he's on the tipping block. He's got 6. Sanada, eliminated. He's got 4 points. Bad Luck Fale, eliminated. He only got 2 points. Zack Seaman Jr., eliminated. He only got 4 points. Lance Archer, eliminated. He only got 4 points. And Kenta, still alive, he's got 8 points. So we still have some great front runners and well-known names in this, as well as a debuting in this G1 that could still pull out something. It's really going to come down to, can someone beat the Rainmaker? And considering who he has left between his rival Sanada and come on, Ibushi, Okada, enough said. One of those is gotta be a breaking point for Okada. Because I can't see Okada truly doing what Shingo Takagi did. Going through this perfectly, and then losing in the finals. I could see him losing a match and still going through the finals and winning. But I just don't see Okada going perfect. That's all I have to say. So moving on from there, let's go into our next night of action, which is night 12. That will happen a few hours from here, which is B block action, where we have truly a dynamic block with only one front runner. And the current scores for the B block are as follows. Juice Robinson with 6, still alive. Tomohiro Ishii with 6. Still alive. So again, a lot of these people are still alive. But based on what happens in one particular match, that could eliminate over half this block. Because Toru Yano with 4, Hiroki Goto with 4, Jeff Cobb with 4, Tetsuya Naito with 4, I can't believe I just said that, Shingo Takagi with 4, Jay White with 4, sorry Courtney, and Taiji with 4, and the front runner of the block, Jon Moxley, undefeated with 10. What could possibly happen here that could tip the tides? We're about to find out. Let's get right into it. So, night 12, B-block action. We're just going to go right through the block matches because, again, time previous, it's kind of obvious. Let's start with, of course, our first one here. A first singles meeting between the Hawaiian juggernaut Jeff Cobb finally picking up some momentum victory against Taiji versus Shingo Takagi with a lot out there to prove for himself. And he just wants the big fight. Both these men seriously need the win, in my opinion. This could basically eliminate one and keep the other sort of alive. However, Shingo Takagi, he's one of those that I feel like can pull out the win here against the Ring of Honor guy. So I'm going with Shingo Takagi on this one. Let's go run through everyone else's real quick. Chris Willis, looks like he said... Oh, he didn't say anything for this. I'm going to have to fix that. But I imagine he's going with Cobb because he and Cindy are huge supporters of Cobb. Nope, Cindy actually went Shingo Takagi. Chris Mace went with Shingo Takagi, and Chris Cass also went with Shingo Takagi. So again, it looks like we're all just going to go with Shingo Takagi here. Majority rules, I think. And I'm pretty sure that's what good brother Chris wanted to put in too. Good brother Chris, note to self, work with these people on their brackets. We'll see what happens. But again, I think Shingo Takagi is going to win, but it's going to take more than one Pumpkin Bomber to keep Jeff Cobb down. Moving on from there, we got... Okay. I just gotta say this right now. There's a reason why Toru Yano is known as the spoiler. Is Toru Yano truly the kryptonite to Jon Moxley? Is Toru Yano the guy to hand Jon Moxley his first defeat? And bring the B block into full swing where almost everybody practically has a chance to maybe tie him. Jon Moxley 5-0. Toru Yano 2-3. Matches can go a record low as we've seen. At least 90 seconds it seems. But this is their first singles encounter. Toru Yano is known to just bring the shock to everybody. Do I think Toru Yano is going to beat Jon Moxley? That is the question. No, I don't. Because Jon Moxley is not a stranger to pulling out shenanigans of his own or acting goofy himself. Unless you remember his former incarnation under that we're not going to talk about. He was not a guy shy of dealing with bullcrap, let alone showing off shenanigans. I feel like he's going to truly outsmart Toru Yano himself and maybe use one of his own weapons against him. Whether it's turnbuckles or tape or even a low blow or a shirt, I do not know. I honestly do not see Toru Yano handing Jon Moxley his first defeat. Let's go ahead and run through everybody else's, shall we? So, Toru Yano versus Jon Moxley. Let's see. Good brother Chris. He went with, looks like Jon Moxley. The lovely Cindy G. She went with Jon Moxley. Chris Mace, I was about to say, you better not. Chris Mace, he went with Jon Moxley. And Chris Cassidy also went with Jon Moxley. So as much as we think Toru Yano is a spoiler guy, we don't think he's going to spoil Jon Moxley's run. And I can see this personally being no longer than 2 minutes. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. 2 minutes. I think that's generous. Okay, let's move on from there. Again, Jon Moxley winning. Simple as that. Sorry, Toru Yano. Alright, so moving on from there is a real grudge match here between 2 men, not strangers to each other, but definitely out for a win. Desperately. It is the flamboyant one, Juice Robinson versus Tetsuya Naito, the IWGP Intercontinental Champion. Imagine if Juice Robinson wins there, it might put him in line for an IWGP Intercontinental Championship opportunity after the G1 is over. Is this title a curse, or is this title one part of Tetsuya Naito's destiny? Only time will tell. Their overall singles record is 2-0 in Naito's favor, and G1 record, as far as the previous encounters, only one of, with 2018, Naito won. History would dictate that Tetsuya Naito is your front runner to win here, but Juice Robinson, he's out to prove a point. He's 3-2, Tetsuya Naito is 2-3. But Tetsuya Naito was originally my front runner to win the B block. And I feel like this win right here would put him towards that, which is why I went with Tetsuya Naito for the win. Let's see here. Good brother Chris, he went with one here. He went with Tetsuya Naito. Cindy went with Tetsuya Naito. Chris Mace, he went with Juice Robinson. He obviously must want to see Juice Robinson versus John Moxley be the pinnacle point of this to decide a block winner. But I guess we'll see soon enough. And Chris Cass, he also went with Naito. So Chris Mace, once again, you need a shirt that just says that. I'm the odd one out. You are the odd one out in this match. Good luck, brother, while you lead us in the G1 game. Lucky! Anyway, moving on from there, we go into... Well, this should be interesting. First ever singles encounter. Both men not afraid to resort to tactics. Taiji claims Jay White is nothing without Gedo. Gedo might be the difference here, unless he pulls out the Iron Finger of Doom. It is Suzuki-gun's own Holy Emperor, and I'm sure Miho Abe won't be far behind. Maybe that'll be the distraction to Gedo. Hey now. Taiji versus Jay White. Brave with the Switchblade. Alright, so Jay White has made a proclamation that he's going to run the rest of this perfectly. 4 matches left. He's just going to win them all and go on to win the B block. And then you got Taiji that says that Jay White is nothing. He's all hype. He's all talk. Without Gedo, he can't win. He's going to use Gedo. But I'm not one to, not be afraid to use others to my advantages as well. And both men have the same record here, 2-3. You all know me. I'm for Suzuki-gun, mostly for the king. Castaninare. So, with that being said, though, looking at both men, though, and thinking about the future, I actually went with Taiji for the win. I think Taiji's going to pull it out and not only resort to the mic stand, I think this is the second time he's going to use the Iron Finger of Doom. Because I think Miho Abe is going to be the kryptonite to stop Gedo in his tracks from using Brass Knuckles, and Taiji will take them and use them to drop Jay White. Sorry, Courtney, I'm going to get blasted for that, I'm sure. Follow her podcast, folks. Breathe with the Switch, babe. Good person. Follow her on Twitter. Anyway, let's see what everyone else says. Jay White Bullet Club. Let's see what we got here. Chris Willis, good brother Chris, go follow AEW Nation, folks. He says the Switchblade will win. Cindy, interesting. She said it would go to a draw. I don't know. I don't think both of these men have that sort of mind games to that extent. We'll see. Interesting idea. Again, I went with Taiji. Chris Mace, he went with... He went with Taiji as well. And Chris Cass also went with Taiji. So we pretty much think that Taiji will be the kryptonite to Jay White's proclamation. I can only imagine what this is going to do to his ego if Jay White's truth doesn't hold up. Since he's a man that says everything I say is true. I'm the best damn professional wrestler in the world, you smelly fans. Well, comes a day in everyone's life where you gotta eat your words. This might be it, and that's why I picked with Taiji. We'll see. All hail the Holy Emperor. I gotta see his entrance one of these years. Anyway, we move on to our main event, which is gonna be an absolute incredible match. Tomohiro Ishii, the Stone Pit Bull, versus Hiroki Goto, who says he's reborn, redefined. Tomohiro Ishii's glad about that. Boy, do these men have history, though. Overall singles record is 10-3 in the favor of Goto. And also 3-1 in the favor of Goto. From 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. These men are not strangers to each other. This is going to be a rematch of the juggernauts, okay? Hiroki Goto out to prove a point, representing LA Dojo, saying this is his G1. Tomohiro Ishii, he said he knows he's in a tough spot, but he also knows that he must win to keep his chance to ride. Both men do. Tomohiro Ishii is 3-2, though. Going into this, he has a better point advantage. Hiroki Goto is 2-3. So is this thing going to go 3-2 in favor of Hiroki Goto? And 3-3 Tomohiro Ishii tying it up? I'm one that's come to learn you do not bet against the Stone Pit Bull. So sometimes I go against history. And here again, I did too. I think Tomohiro Ishii is going to pull out the win here. Some way, somehow. It's going to be a very physical, brutal match. But I think he's going to put him up for that vertigo brainbuster and pick up the win off that. So I went with Tomohiro Ishii. Let's see what everyone else said here. Tomohiro Ishii for good brother... Wait, my bad. Hiroki Goto for good brother Chris. Alright. Cindy, she went with, let's see here, Hiroki Goto and Tomohiro Ishii. She went with the Stone Pit Bull. Nice. Let's see here. Chris Mace, he also went with... This is sometimes hard to read because everyone did theirs differently. He went with the Stone Pit Bull, Tomohiro Ishii as well. And Chris Cass, he also went with Tomohiro Ishii as well. So we're all supporting the Stone Pit Bull. So the way I see it is this. Most of us believe after this, some people are going to be personally eliminated from the G1 in this B block. Who's in the most danger? Everybody with 4. Because basically, if you have 4 points after this night, you're done. You can't win. So the ones that are going to be alive no matter what is Juice Robinson and Tomohiro Ishii and Jon Moxley. But I swear, if Toru Yano beats Jon Moxley, I don't know how I'm going to react. But with that, those are mine and my fellow TeamIndyDQ's simple predictions on Night 12 of G1 Climax action, occurring very soon, I might add, in Fukuoka. So let me know what you all think down in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Let me know your predictions. Let me know your thoughts so far on the G1 Climax. Let me know what's been the match for you, the G1 Climax, and what is the match to come for you still. And if you want to know more about me, know this. I now have a shirt that says it. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of wrestling. So if you want to follow me and talk anything wrestling, WWE, AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, and Independent Wrestling, support independent wrestling, folks, and more, you can look me up on Twitter at nfoster1916 or follow my simple YouTube channel here at youtube.com/users/MoFoster210 where you'll find more simple takes, reviews, predictions on all things wrestling. And at the heart of the channel, a forum that supports, analyzes, reviews, and discusses in fantasy books all things cruiserweight wrestling, #2 for that matters. That always has the idea, believe in the cruiserweights, elevate the cruiserweights, enjoy, learn, and respect the cruiserweights and the 205 Live brand. And of course, if you haven't already, support NoDQ, the reason I'm on YouTube. Buy a shirt, nodq.com/shirts. I now have a shirt. Follow us on all social media platforms. I've been honored to be part of Team NoDQ now for nearly a year. Stay tuned, shortly I'll have actually a channel update for my YouTube channel very soon. And as always, I'd like to close. Support wrestling, big and small. Let's keep growing this wrestling community together. Simple as that. There's going to be more predictions and simple takes to come. With that, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Again, love to hear your thoughts. Share with others. Enjoy life. Enjoy wrestling. Take care of your families. And until after night 12, which will be either tomorrow night or Friday, where I do another simple take. Sayonara, good evening, and have a good night.